Hey guys, welcome to HipHughes History. This one is going out to my educator peeps as I want to talk a little bit about what the flipped classroom is. I know that you've seen it online. I know you heard it at a professional development. I want to tell you what I think a flipped classroom looks like and why, if you can, you should try it. So here we go. Giddy up for the learning, guys. Flipped classroom. Right now, look at them flipped. So you guys probably know what I do on the YouTubes. I think it's pretty evident. I make videos for kids to learn things they need to know for school. But when I started doing this, I wasn't doing it for the YouTubes. I was doing it for my kids in my classroom. I spent 16 years in the city of Buffalo working at a school called McKinley High School where I taught U.S. history and AP government. And as I taught my very early years in the early 2000s, I was doing things that were cool. I was doing video production by 2002. I was doing podcasting, but I was still lecturing in the classroom, and that ate up a lot of time. And I started figuring out that they weren't learning in the space between my mouth and their ear. Now, I could get basic stuff across to them. I'm a pretty good storyteller. I'm pretty engaging. So the kids would learn, the basic ideas. They'd pass their exams, but they weren't learning deeply. They weren't critically thinking about the things that I was talking about. I wanted more time in the classroom so kids could investigate, so they could produce, so they could create, so they could use the content rather than just consuming the content. So I started making stupid videos. Around 2007, 2008, I started filming myself in kind of creepy hostage terrorist kind of videos where I was explaining what the kids needed to know in order to do those projects. And certainly there was a digital divide. I taught in Buffalo. I still teach in Buffalo, but I would figure it out. Kids would come in the morning before class. They'd come up for lunch. They'd come in their study halls. I'd hand out DVDs or little USB sticks, and I would assign the videos in a way that was thoughtful to, digital divideness, but I would still do it. And then eventually, as this was happening more and more, I was having more and more time in the classroom to do what I thought were the true activities of facilitating learning. I call myself a FOL, a facilitator of learning experiences. And I was able to do that more and more and more. Design experiences for kids to interact with the content and produce with the content, to build websites and to podcasts, to do video production, to do great things that were engaging, that had the identity of the student wrapped up in them, and was using the content. And they were still doing all of those traditional literacies. They were still reading and writing and researching and collaborating and presenting, but we had more time to do it in the class. I didn't have to send the difficult stuff at home. I was in the room facilitating that difficult stuff. The easy stuff is the story. That's the stupid stuff. The important stuff is facilitating that learning experience in the classroom. So what a flipped teacher does is they either produce their own videos, if you're cray-cray enough to do that like me, or you find great videos, maybe by teachers like me or other teachers, and then you assign those videos. And there's programs now where you can make kids accountable. They have to sign in, answer multiple choice questions, or you can have them take notes. There's lots of different ways of accountability. But the main idea is to send the easy stuff out of the classroom and then to facilitate the difficult stuff of acquisition of skills and deep learning inside the classroom. That's what a flipped classroom looks like. So I hope you understand a little bit about it more than when you press the button, and I certainly hope you subscribe and check out more videos. That's all I got for you guys. I'm done. I say it at the end of every lecture because I believe it with all my heart. Where attention goes, energy flows. We'll see you on the other side of the flipped classroom.